Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Storybook series reading. I am Jenna, and I am a University of Cincinnati graduate student. This is our second reading of the day, and I am excited to read this book. Once again, this is a story that I have never read before, so I'm excited to see what it is all about and to meet our characters in the story and see what they do. And then after our story, we are going to do a little bit of story retelling. Do you know what that means? What does it mean whenever someone says story retelling? That means to retell the story again. So once you've read it, you close the book and then you think about what happened in order. So back here, I have a little board that we're going to use, and it says story retelling, sequencing the events in order. And then right here, I have it numbered 1 to 6. We might use some more and we might use less numbers. We'll just have to see how many steps there are. So do you know what sequencing the events in order means? It means we're going to go back through what happened in the story and the events that happened, and we're going to retell it in order. So you might say, first they did this, second they did this, and last they did this. Okay, so today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2020, and it is 10:30 a.m. And here is our book. Look how big this book is. It's so long. It's bigger than my face. It is called Harry the Dirty Dog. Do you have any pets? Do you have a dog? And if you do, does your dog like taking a bath? Mine never did. And it doesn't look like it doesn't look like Harry likes to take a bath either because he's dirty. So Harry the Dirty Dog is our title. And it says by Gene Zion, which means that Gene Zion wrote the words in the book. So he is our author. And pictures by Margaret Bloy Graham. So if she drew the pictures, she must be the illustrator, right? And at the bottom, it says the publishers. Harper and Row Publishers, New York and Evanston. So that's where the book got published. And on the spine of the book, Harry the Dirty Dog, there's our title. Zion Graham, so that is the author and illustrator, and Harper and Row, the publisher. Here's the back of the book. Do you think these are two different dogs? Or do you think it's a clean Harry and a dirty Harry? I don't know. We'll find out. Our first page is blank. Harry the Dirty Dog. Oh, look. He's next to the bathtub and he has a scrub brush. And our title again, Harry the Dirty Dog, by Gene Zion, pictures by Margaret Bloy Graham. Oh no, he's running away from the bath. What do you think that is? Is it smoke? It's probably steam. Maybe that means the bathtub is so hot that it's steaming with heat. All right, here we go. Harry was a white dog with black spots who liked everything except getting a bath. So one day, when he heard the water running in the tub, he took the scrubbing brush. Oh no, he's taking it away from the bathtub. Where do you think he's going to take it? and buried it in the backyard. Oh my goodness. Why do you think he's burying it? Probably so his owners don't find it, so they can't wash him. Then he ran away from home. Oh my goodness. He must really hate baths. So he's already, within the first 3 pages of the book, he heard the bath water running. So he went upstairs and he grabbed the scrub brush. And what did he do with it? He buried it in the backyard. And then, as if that wasn't good enough, what else did he do? He ran away from home. Look, that's him. He just ran downtown. It looks like he's in front of a store. He played where they were fixing the street and got very dirty. Look, they're doing some construction work. It looks like he's playing in a mud puddle. Oh man. He was dirty before, and now he's going to be even dirtier. He played at the railroad and got even dirtier. Where is he at? Can you find him? Oh, there he is. Oh my goodness, he's going to get even dirtier. Look at all that smoke. It's going right up on him from the train. He played tag with other dogs and became dirtier still. Can you tell which one is Harry? It's hard to even tell because he was a white dog with black spots. I think that's him. But he does not look like a white dog with black spots anymore, does he? He's so dirty. He slid down a coal chute and got the dirtiest of all. In fact, he changed from a white dog with black spots to a black dog with white spots. There he is. So he slid down a coal chute. And coal, if you've ever seen it before, it's black. And it gets all over you if you touch it. That's why his fur is black now. And I guess the spots that haven't been touched by the coal are still white. So he went to from being a white dog with black spots to being a black dog with white spots. Oh, look at the people's faces. Oh my goodness, all of their mouths are open and they're staring at him. They look shocked. Although there were many other things to do, Harry began to wonder if his family thought that he had really run away. He felt tired and hungry too, so without stopping on the way, he ran back home. So what's changed? He left because he was scared to get a bath, and now what? Now he's worried that his family is thinking that he really ran away. Because he didn't really run away. He just left so he didn't have to take a bath, right? And look, he's got dirty paw prints following behind him. When Harry got to it, he looked out and said, "There's a strange dog in the backyard. By the way, has anyone seen Harry?" Oh no! What has happened? So Harry left, and he got all dirty. And then what? He came back, and they didn't even recognize him. They said, "There's a strange dog in the backyard." And why didn't they recognize him? Because remember in the beginning, he was a white dog with black spots. And now he's a black dog with white spots because he's so dirty. Oh no. When Harry heard this, he tried very hard to show them he was Harry. He started to do all his old clever tricks. He flip-flopped and rolled over and played dead. So look, he's flip-flopping and rolling over and playing dead. How do you think they're feeling? Are they confused? They look a little concerned. They're probably thinking, who is this strange dog? And what is he doing in our backyard? He danced and sang. Look, he's dancing and he's singing. He did these tricks over and over again, but everyone shook his head and said, "Oh no, it couldn't be Harry." Oh no. His family doesn't recognize him still, even after doing all of his tricks. Harry gave up and walked slowly toward the gate, but suddenly he stopped. Oh no, look at him. What does it look like he's feeling like? Yeah, he looks sad. He's not smiling. His head's down, his eyes are closed, and his ears are bent over. Poor Harry. He ran to a corner of the garden and started to dig furiously. Soon he jumped away from the hole, barking short, happy barks. What did he find? Remember what he buried in the beginning of the story? He'd found the scrubbing brush, and carrying it in his mouth, he ran into the house. Up the stairs he dashed, with the family following close behind. He found the scrubbing brush. So now what do you think he's going to do? Is he going to give himself a bath? Because they still don't recognize him. So maybe if he gives himself a bath, he'll wash off all the dirt and they can see that it's him. He jumped into the bathtub and sat up begging with the scrubbing brush in his mouth, a trick he certainly had never done. He jumped into the bathtub and sat up begging with the scrubbing brush in his mouth, a trick he certainly had never done before. He had never done that before because he didn't like bath time. "This little doggy wants a bath," cried the little girl, and her father said, "Why don't you and your brother give him one?" What's going to happen? What do you think? Do you think they're going to give him a bath? And then all of the dirt's going to come off? Harry's bath was the soapiest one he'd ever had. It worked like magic. As soon as the children started to scrub, they began shouting, "Mummy! Daddy! Look, look! Come quick!" What's gonna happen? "It's Harry! It's Harry! It's Harry!" they cried. Harry wagged his tail and was very, very happy. His family combed and brushed him lovingly, and he became once again a white dog with black spots. So they gave him a bath and they scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed. And they said it was the soapiest one he'd ever had. And then they realized that it was a white dog with black spots, just like Harry. So they said, it must be Harry. It was wonderful to be home. After dinner, Harry fell asleep in his favorite place, happily dreaming of how much fun it had been getting dirty. He slept so soundly, he didn't even feel the scrubbing brush he'd hidden under his pillow. Can you see the scrubbing brush? There it is. How funny is Harry? He did all kinds of crazy things and got so dirty just because he didn't want to take a bath in the beginning, right? Okay, so now I need your help to retell the story that we just read. Can you help me do that? Can you think really, really hard what happened in our story? Okay. I'm going to flip back through the pages and I'm going to give you hints and ask you questions, and then we're going to write it up on our board. Okay. So the first thing that happened on the very first page, Harry heard what? Do you remember? It said Harry the dog loved everything except, except getting a bath. So the first thing that happened, Harry heard the bathtub. So maybe someone was running a bath for him. Okay. And then what happened? He heard the bathtub running, went upstairs and grabbed what? Yes, the scrubbing brush. Because he thought, if they can't have the scrubbing brush, then they can't give me a bath. So he went upstairs and he took it, and what did he do with it? I'll give you a hint with the picture. He buried it. You're right. So I'll write. He took the scrub brush and buried it. Now what did he do? Think really hard. He went upstairs, he heard the water running, he took the scrubbing brush, he ran downstairs into the backyard, buried it in a hole. Did he go back inside and act like nothing happened? No. Remember, he went on an adventure. He ran away, you're right. Okay. So, remember, there was a lot of construction in the street, and he played in the construction area. And what happened to his fur? Did he turn purple? No. And then after that, he played at the railroad track and got even dirtier. And then he played with all kinds of other dogs and got even dirtier. So, for this one, we'll put he wandered around and got dirty. So he was dirty before because he was about to get a bath, right? And then he left and ran away and wandered the city and got way dirtier. So next to it, let's put, what did his fur look like? So he was a white dog with black spots, and then he played in the dirt so much he became a black dog with white spots. Okay, so then what happened? After he was all finished getting dirty, I'll give you a hint with the picture. Remember, he's starting to look a little sad, maybe a little lonely. Yeah, he was finished getting dirty. He was hungry and he was tired. So where did he decide to go? Yep. He decided to go back home. But then what happened? He went home and he sat in the backyard, and the family came outside, and remember, they said, "There's a strange dog in the backyard." Yeah, they didn't recognize him. They didn't recognize him. Yep, you're right. And then what happened? Did Harry leave and decide that he was never going to go back again? No. What did he try to do? I'll give you a hint. He's dancing and singing. Yes, he did all his old tricks. Did they recognize him? No, they didn't recognize him because he was a white dog before, and then he was black because he was so dirty. So then what did he do? Remember, he got sad and he started walking away, and then he remembered something. Yes, he dug up the scrub brush and ran to what? What did he run to? Did he run to his doghouse? No. He ran to the bathtub. So he dug up the scrub brush that he had buried, and he ran and jumped into the bathtub. So then what happened? Let's see. Do you remember? Here's your hint. Yes, they decided to give him a bath. And then the last thing. So they gave him a bath, and it was the soapiest and bubbliest bath Harry had ever had. But then what happened? Yes. Look. Remember, he was so dirty that he was a black dog with white spots, and then they scrubbed him so hard. And they brushed him and combed him and realized he was a white dog with black spots, just like who? Harry, you're right. So then they realized it was Harry. That's it. Good job. Let's go back over our notes and see what we put together. So, the first thing that happened in our sequencing of events in the story was Harry heard the bathtub running. And because he hated bath time, he ran upstairs, he took the scrub brush, and he buried it in the backyard. And then he ran away. He was so scared of the bathtub that he ran away. And then he wandered around the city and got dirtier than ever. Because before, he was a white dog with black spots, and when he came back, he was a black dog with white spots. Then he got tired and hungry and decided to go home. His family saw him in the backyard and they didn't recognize him. And then he did all of his old clever tricks so that they would realize that it was him. But they didn't recognize him still. And he decided to dig up his scrub brush and run to the bathtub. And the family said, "Looks like he wants a bath." So they gave him a bath, and then they realized that it was Harry. So in the beginning of the story, the reason he left was because he didn't want a bath. He hated them that much. But in the end of the story, it was his idea to get a bath. Because why? Why did he finally realize to get a bath? Because that was the only way that his family would recognize that it was him. Because they would get in there and scrub all the dirt off of him, and they could see that it was their white dog with black spots, Harry. Right? Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today and for reading our book, Harry the Dirty Dog. Look, there's him before, and there's him after he got dirty. And then that's what he looked like when they cleaned him again. And thank you for helping me to retell the story and putting all the events in order, in sequencing. All right, guys. We have one more reading today starting at 12:30 p.m. for a new book and activity. And I will be reading with you all. So I will see you then. And thank you for joining. Bye, guys.